Welcome to the Dr. Ashley Show. I'm Dr. Ashley, and today I hope that this episode saves you money. Today we're going to dive into the topic of cleanses and detoxes because I get asked this question all the time from either PhD clients or followers on social media. And folks come to me and they're like, what supplement should I take to detox? What should I do to cleanse? What can I do to cleanse my body? You know, we've been trained by money-making corporations to think that we need to buy something to fix everything. So you can see how we've been trained to do this around just like being a homeowner, for example. If we have a broken faucet, then we go and we buy a new one. If we break our phone, then we go and buy a new one. If our computer breaks, then we go and buy a new one. And for those things, it might make sense. But when it comes to our health, we have the same type of training and the same type of mindset around it. We have broken high blood pressure and we go buy medication to fix it. We have broken blood sugar regulation and we go buy a medication to fix it. We have broken sex drive. We buy a medication to solve it. We have weight issues. We go and we buy a medication to fix the weight issues. And we're really not getting to the root cause with these issues. Now we go buy health insurance just in case something breaks on our body. So then we can end up going and paying for the solve anyway because health insurance doesn't cover anything. But that might be a different topic. For me, recently, I was told that I need to go get an MRI for my back. I had a stress fracture when I was a young ballet dancer, and it has not healed in the best way. And I get leg pain, sciatic pain, and guess what? The insurance company wouldn't pay for the MRI. I have really high risk of breast cancer just due to family history, and I have to get an MRI every 6 months, and insurance won't cover it. So I'm a little bit disappointed in our health insurance, and I should probably do a whole entire episode on that topic. But anyway, we think that we should go and buy things to fix our health. And, you know, I see that, and I see myself in this too. My husband always says, Ashley, you're such a fixer. You're such a doer. Why don't you just let the body heal? And I'll give you an example of this. When my daughter's sick, I will have all the humidifiers going in our room. I'll put eucalyptus oil in the humidifier. Her body's coated in Vicks Vapor Rub. And I stick raw onions in her socks on the soles of her feet, which I promise you really helps. Whenever she gets sick, she develops a cough and it keeps her up all night long. So I'm like, hey, whatever's going to get my daughter to sleep, I'm going to just coat her in. So you should try the raw onions if you haven't already and let me know what you think. Anyway, I understand where this concept of buying things to fix certain scenarios on our body is just in our mindset because we've been trained, we've been brainwashed this way. And I've seen it recently with my sister, and she's new into motherhood. Her baby is only 8 weeks old, and I was very similar to this as well. And she'll call me and she'll say, Ashley, the baby's crying. What passy, what swaddle can I buy? And I'm like, well, you know, babies cry. And then she's like, calls me the next week, Ashley, the baby's spitting up. I think it's heartburn. What kind of gripe water can I feed her? Should I get this one or this one? And she sends me all the pictures of what should I buy. I'm like, well, you know, babies spit up and it's just a part of them being a baby. And as they grow, the sphincters will tighten down. And then she sent me another picture and she's like, oh my gosh, the baby has gas. What probiotic should I give the baby? I'm like, you are nursing this baby. She's getting your breast milk. You don't need to give the baby a probiotic. Babies have gas. So I can see this in our mindset. We've been trained with the belief that we need to buy something to fix something on our body. And when it comes to detoxes and when it comes to cleanses, there is nothing better than your own body. So I share these stories just to elucidate this idea here. And, our liver is the best detoxifier ever. There's nothing that touches your own liver. Your kidneys are totally amazing, and they can detoxify the blood like nothing else. Dialysis doesn't even touch what our kidneys can do. All you've got to do is stop eating the crap food. When you stop eating the crap food and the processed food and the sugar, then your body can actually work the way that it's supposed to. You need to stop adding slow poisons into the body And you don't need any kind of pill or powder or supplement to detoxify or to cleanse the body. Your miraculous body can do it on its own. So today, what I want to talk about in the rest of this episode is what you can start doing to support your body in the detox process, the things that you can stop doing because there are likely things that you are doing right now that's inhibiting your body's process in detoxifying and cleansing. And then I want to talk about the myths around detoxes and cleanses. Top things you can do to stop to help support your body in the process of detoxing and cleansing. Number one is stop drinking sugar-sweetened beverages. And what I mean by this is any kind of fruit juice or sugar-sweetened Gatorade, energy drinks, sugar-sweetened beverages like coffee drinks, soda pop. Any of those things are going to just slow down the liver's ability to detoxify the way that you want it to work. Number two is stop eating processed foods. Anything that has more than 6 ingredients in it, anything that has ingredients where you can't actually pronounce the word, are items that you don't want to ingest and put in your body because those are slow poisons, just like the sugar-sweetened beverages. Number three is grains and wheat. We really don't need to eat grains and wheat. You don't receive any wellness or health benefits from eating those foods. I now look at those foods like wallpaper paste. They're a medium to get you the stuff that's actually nutritious and the stuff that actually tastes good. So if you can release a lot of those foods, you're going to find that your body can process, detoxify, and cleanse a bit more rapidly. And number four is alcohol. I did an entire episode on the topic of alcohol. So if you want to learn more on the metabolism of alcohol, go and check out that episode. But in brief, what happens is the alcohol goes down to the liver gets preoccupied with it and just can't burn fat efficiently, detoxify and cleanse. Alcohol is a bit of a poison to the body. And remember, you want to stop those slow poisons if you want the body to work in the natural way that it does. If you continue to consume these foods and beverages, what happens is it causes tiny microscopic damages year after year after year, and the liver and the kidneys can't work the way that they really should be. Things that you can start doing that's going to help the body to process, detoxify, and cleanse is number one, to eat a whole food-based diet. And what I really mean by that is a diet that mimics our ancestors, which the human body has eaten for hundreds of thousands of years. So this would be animal proteins, healthy fats, some veggies, and maybe some fruits once in a while. So if you think about what diet our ancestors ate way back when, it was really what was available on the land. We would have animals roaming, we would have some veggies, some mushrooms in the forest, and during specific seasons, we would have berries and apples, for example, maybe some pears. You can, if you've ever been to a farmer's market, kind of gives you an idea of what is available and when. And the season for fruit is really short, right? Like it starts at the end of spring and goes through summer. Berries, the season, I'm so amazed every time at how short the season is for berries. We'll go to the farmer's market here in Asheville with the kids, and they just love when it's strawberry season or berry season. And another thing that really amazes me is the size of the berries. The strawberries are the size of the tip of my thumb. When you go to the grocery store, you see fruit that's available all year round. And the berries, for example, are huge. The berry is like the size of my palm. A berry should not be that size. Apples are humongous. I love a good Honeycrisp apple. The Honeycrisp apples that you get at the grocery store are like the size of your head. And that's more carbohydrate and sugar than most of us need in an entire day, really. If you think about our ancestors' diet, the size of an apple was really, really small, and it was not that sweet, actually probably more bitter than sweet. So as you think about the type of diet that the body was made to consume, the type of foods that allow the body to work and cleanse and detox the way that it's supposed to, it's more of an ancestral diet. They obviously didn't have things in boxes and bags and things that could be on shelves for multiple years with lots of ingredients that you can't explain or understand. And so that's what I want and encourage you to consider when you're looking at what to eat throughout the day to allow the body to work efficiently. Number two is you could consider fasting. And if you think about our ancestors, there was not snacks available all the time. For hundreds of thousands of years, our entire existence on this planet, we fasted. There were periods where we would have food, and our bodies are really good, obviously, at storing food as fat. That's a survival mechanism. We would store that food, we would feast, and then we would go during periods of time of scarcity where we just didn't have much available. And the thing is that the liver, where all of this fat burn and detoxifying and cleansing, and the kidneys as well, the liver gets into this fasted state when we haven't eaten for at least 8 to 12 hours. And the fasted state is quite different than the fed state. In the fed state, there are certain hormones that are upregulated to help us digest and store the energy that we're consuming. And the enzymes and the hormones that are upregulated when we're in a fasting state is completely different. And it's in the fasting state where the liver can do its job, where it can go through and recycle waste, where it can detoxify, and where it can cleanse the body. So if you can give your body time to be in a fasted state, then that is the perfect detox. Just don't consume anything. Number 3 is to stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day helps your kidneys detoxify your blood and helps the liver as well. Number 4 is to get quality sleep. When you're in deep sleep, the brain flushes byproducts that accumulate during the day. So if you are not getting deep sleep, then these byproducts actually can build up in the brain, in the body. You want to make sure that you decrease stress. Decreasing cortisol helps the body to replenish and rejuvenate and recycle. Exercise is helpful. Saunas and hot baths. Anytime that you are sweating, I want you to think that the body is detoxifying and cleansing. And then focus on using natural products. Just like I talked about a whole food, clean, ancestral-like diet, you want to focus on utilizing cosmetics and lotions and deodorant and toothpaste that also is as clean as possible. You can go online to EWG, EWG, the Environmental Working Group, I believe is what it stands for. And you can put your cosmetic and cleaning products, everything that you use in the house, detergent, into this online database. And it will come out and tell you how clean versus how toxic it is. So anything that's on a scale of 1 to 4 or really 1 to 3 is something that you want to stick within. So that's something that's important because the less chemical that you put into the body through what you absorb through your skin is one of the largest organs on your body. Everything that you put on your skin, your body actually absorbs. So you want to have as clean materials as possible because then your body has to detoxify and cleanse less.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder about GlucoCut Plus, my specially formulated supplement to support your metabolism throughout your fat loss journey. With patented ingredients, it aids in consistent weight loss and boosts energy by supporting your thyroid, burning fat, and maintaining lean muscle mass. You know, weight loss can stress your body, but I created GlucoCut Plus to have your back. Visit dr.ashleywellness.com and use code Ashley10 for 10% off your first purchase or 20% off your first subscription order with free shipping. Plus, enjoy a 30-day money-back guarantee. Back to the show.
So now you know and understand the things that you stop doing right away. Stop those slow poisons. And you also understand the things that you can start up to help the body work in the natural way that it's supposed to, that it wants to work. And now number 3 is I want you to understand why detoxes and cleanses really don't work. They're usually very extreme, very low calorie, low protein. That depletes their muscle mass, and we need muscle mass, especially as we continue to age. I talk a lot about the importance of muscle mass. It's our metabolic currency. It's a marker for longevity. So we want to make sure that we're not severely restricting calories. And usually when we go on cleanses and detoxes, that's what we're doing. It disrupts energy levels and blood sugar levels. Oftentimes it includes a lot of juicing and juices. And while that might sound healthy, it really isn't good for our blood glucose management. A lot of the weight loss just comes from stool and water loss, and it's going to come right back on the minute you start to eat solid foods. It depletes fluids and other nutrients. It actually puts a stressor on the body. If you release toxins too quickly and you haven't prepped your body to handle the removal, you actually just reabsorb all of those toxins very quickly. And then the benefits are really temporary. There aren't long-term benefits to doing a basic cleanse and detox with some kind of pill, powder, or supplement. So in summary, there is no need to waste your money on general detoxes and cleanses. No pills, no powders, no juices are necessary. Your liver and your kidney can do all the work. So really, you just need to stop the slow poisons, and then your miraculous body can detox and cleanse on its own just for you. All right, I hope that you got a lot of great value from this episode today. If you're listening to this on a podcast platform, please follow, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and leave a comment below. Tell me if any of this surprises you. Have you done any detox or cleanses? Do you have any questions that I can help answer? Remember, you got to step up to make a change. Lead with your heart, train your mind, and do not negotiate with your body. See you next time.